Okay, so with the supinated eccentric chin up, what we're going to do is we're going to come up and bring the rings right up to the chest. You're going to pull yourself up and lift your legs up, hold that position, 1, 2, 3, come down with real good control for 3 seconds. When you get to the bottom, hold 2, 3, place your feet down, stand up and repeat the movement. So you want to make sure also with this one that you've got full control going down. If you start losing the control going down, stop the movement, right? So this one you can start off with 2 repetitions and you can build it up to 6 repetitions. So with the lateral horse stance, we're taking that horse stance position similar to the position that you were doing the squats against the wall, and the leg that is straight, you're going to bend one leg, that leg that's straight, and you're going to make sure that that knee is really nice and flexed, and you're turning the knee up. You'll notice that when you turn the knee up, you get a natural arch in your foot, and that's what we want to create here, yeah? So I'm going to lock this leg, turn the knee up. This foot that I'm heading down towards and squatting down, I can turn that foot out slightly. I'm going to keep my posture nice and upright, and we're going to sit down and get down as deep as possible. Hold that position, 1, 2, 3, and then come back. So what we're going to aim to do is 8 to 12 repetitions on either side. So do 8 to 12 on one side, and then move over and do 8 to 12 on the other side. Okay, so when we're doing this Eccentric, the goal here is to do the movement completely with the elbow locked out throughout the movement, right? So what we're going to do is make sure the elbows are super locked here. Engage the shoulder blades down and back. Good. Give yourself a little pop up if you have to. And then you're going to control the movement. Come down and back. Land at the bottom. Give yourself a nice stretcher. Lock your elbows. Down with as much control as you can. The minute you start losing control in either direction, then you know it's time to stop that movement. Be safe with this one. You're starting off with 2 repetitions, making sure they're nice and clean. You are building yourself up to 6 repetitions, and the eventual goal here is to not touch the ground on either side. But take it slow, be strong in the movement, and make sure that you've always got 1 rep in reserve for the integrity of the shoulder. Okay, so the kneeling lateral leg raises, or commonly known as the Jane Fonda, it's really good for the abductors. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to our hands, we're going to bring the leg up to the side, point the toe. We're going to lift the leg up, pause, 1, 2, 3, come up. Make sure that your leg doesn't deviate back, it doesn't deviate too far forward. You want to keep it in line with the hip. You can also use the version where you bend the knee at a right angle to make it a bit easier. So if you are fatiguing with your leg straight, bend the knee. Otherwise, we're going to attempt to do 8 to 12 repetitions on either side with a 3-second pause up and down. 3-second pause up and down. Cool. Okay, so this single arm mountain climber pull-up is done as follows. You sit down, sit back into a squat position, right? And you're going to just take 1 ring, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage my shoulder blade down and back first. I'm going to twist the ring up into my body, bring the ring as far down my chest as possible. Notice I've used my legs to help you get up here, and then you're going to slowly come down, resist it, hold on tightly, stretch it out. Engage the shoulder, use the legs to help you, but keep the bum nice and back like you've done with the pull-ups in the past here. So what we want to do is we want to aim to get from 6 upwards to 8 repetitions. Obviously do each arm. Okay, so then you're going to move into a side splits progression. So I like to use a yoga block, or you can use a little bench here. So you're using that to give you some support at the top. You're locking your legs as much as you can, and then you're holding your posture up as much as you can too. What you do is you squeeze your thighs real tight and then sink down a little bit deeper. Squeeze your thighs real tight and then sink down deeper. So the squeeze should be a 5-second squeeze, so it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to do 5 repetitions of that and go as deep as you can into your side splits. Alright, so the next movement is called a face pull. So it's a row into an external rotation, right? So hang back on the rings, you can bend the knees a bit if you want, brace your abs, row the weight up, and then from there, externally rotate your elbows, internally rotate, release. So it's row, get your shoulder blades nice and back, and then from there, lift up into an external rotation, internal rotation, and release. Yeah. So you can shuffle your feet a little bit further back to make this exercise more manageable, because as you get into the external rotation, it takes a lot of strength to get back in that position. So you kind of need to bring your feet back a little bit more. You want to aim to do 8 to 12 repetitions with a 3-second pause at the top.